All right, so we are back talking about something that the three of us hold so dear in our hearts: holiday movies.
Absolutely. Yes.
So, I'm Chad here. Obviously, no Matt, because, Matt doesn't enjoy the fun things in life.
There's nothing wrong with him.
Correct. But I've got Fran here, as you all have just heard. And
Whoop whoop.
also we've and also Rachel. How you ladies doing this evening?
All right. How about
Doing
you?
well.
I'm good. Like this is I wouldn't say this is my favorite time of year because like they also have Christmas in July.
Oh,
So this is
you like it better in July than December?
kind of cuz like it's hot outside and you're like, "Man, I need some cold." But when it's cold outside, you're like, "I don't want to think about that. I'm cold."
Okay. But like Christmas in July is like nice peak where you're just like, oh, I just want to stay in the house, but you have air conditioning versus heat and you're just watching like cold weather
Right.
movies. All
Right.
right. So I can understand the appeal.
Yeah.
Plus you can catch up on any movies that you missed from the previous season because they're gonna play them in Christmas in July.
That is so
That's true.
true. That is so true. So why are we doing this, ladies?
Because it's fun.
Uh because we are the insane people who love these just peak chef's kiss Hallmark, Lifetime, Hulu, whatever movies that are just
Whomever.
yeah, whomever is making them.
Yes.
It is a genre into themselves, and you just have to appreciate it.
You have to let go of a lot of things, but it's a time. It can be a time.
Oh, absolutely. And with the ones that we watched, it was a time.
It was
It was.
definitely a time. So I was hoping that we could start with the my Christmas Fiance.
Yeah,
Okay, so this
yeah.
one is on Hulu, and just to give a brief recap, I don't have her name, but we follow a woman who is in Paris. She works for a restaurant, and her boss is a bit of a jerk, and his parents are coming to town, and they're controlling, and they want him to marry this woman that he grew up with. And so he's like, to get them off my backs, can you, my employee, pretend to be my fiance so that it's all cool? And then like there's like a slight subplot about how the restaurant is going to be like bowed out and they're going to close the. Well, it's not a restaurant; it's a hotel, but they work at the restaurant in the hotel.
And it's going to be turned into a spa if
Right.
they don't save it.
Right.
Mhm.
So obviously this movie's a piece of shit. Um,
Yeah, I was gonna say like it doesn't matter what the characters' names were. Like no part of that
yes,
really
there's
matters.
girl, man who's actually British, but I'm like, is this a fake British accent? What's happening here? So this one's a little shittier than I'm talking. I'm not gonna refer to the ones we haven't, the other two that we saw, but like of the ones that I've seen in my lifetime, you could tell like the budget wasn't fully there.
Mhm.
Like they spend a lot of time in the restaurant kitchen, but it's clearly like an apartment kitchen, like a loft's kitchen, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
right. Well, here's the thing. I was watching and I was like, oh, so all your money went to the semi-famous face of the woman that was in Starship Trooper.
yeah. Denise
Uh,
Richards is in this movie for
Mm-hmm.
like what, four scenes, if that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I
Like,
like how she talked about the guy that she knew, like, they had grown up together and she knew him really well, but I don't think she ever actually had a scene with him, which I thought was really strange.
Oh yeah, I don't think she had a scene with
actually,
the main
no,
guy.
she didn't. She did not
Yeah.
have a scene with him. She was just like, yeah, he's great. He told me all about you. Really?
Yes, that was
Didn't
yeah.
even know that you knew each other. Okay.
But I
Yeah.
will say I was a little confused. Let me see if I wrote it down in my notes. My question, because like I didn't understand like how like so it all comes down to like there's a competition for the golden spatula or
No, the
something.
diamond
The
fork.
Thank you.
diamond fork. Yeah.
The diamond fork. Like, did they go to other restaurants? Like, how can you get the
Honestly
results
not,
in this
because you came
night?
in. They came in with the trophy and was like,
Right,
"Yeah, we gonna give it to y'all."
right.
Did you? Okay.
And also like I'm sorry, but the food looked terrible in this movie. Like I didn't want to eat any of that food.
That okay. That food looked like just dog shit. Like, uh, how should I put this? So, like in college, right? When you're like, oh, yay, pork chop with some type of sauce on it.
Yeah,
Joy. This looks
yeah.
dry as fuck.
It
Like
yeah it yeah
they
it.
cut into that food, and I was just like, you couldn't have got somebody to make like something that looked like it had a little
That
bit of flavor. I don't know.
there were no restaurants in the area where you could purchase something. Like clearly this is a loft in a town in a city somewhere.
Hmm.
But
Yep.
yeah, my last little comment is it was really weird seeing smoking like on TV.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, we don't really see that often. Like in a
Mhm.
movie, yes, but like even in movies nowadays, it's a R-rated movie if you have smoking. So it's just really weird just seeing them casually smoking. Like it's aired like on like fucking the Family Channel or whatever. I'm like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
smoke away.
So I guess for this movie, my biggest thing was like this went from 0 to 100 real quick, right? It was just like stock scenes, because you have to have stock scenes. We got to pad this out. I had to make a,
Right.
130. Um, so we went from stock scenes, her walking, to her getting yelled at, to you gonna be my fake fiance. Wait, what?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't
Yes.
think they built it up enough.
No, they had zero chemistry.
Yeah.
Zero.
Correct. Correct. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, and then it's just like the whole little element of like her little dad's barbecue plays. I'm like, why is this? What are we doing here,
And
guys?
Yeah.
Denise Richards' character happened to eat at it.
And she's like,
Yeah.
oh, the handsome owner, but he only had time for his daughter. I'm like, what an odd
That's
thing to
what.
say to someone,
Why would you go into all those details about
right?
this exactly?
D- does she think all black people know each other?
Probably. Not saying Denise Richards, but that character,
No, yes, the character. I'm only pooping on the
maybe.
character.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't, like I said, this was 0 to 100 so quick, and I was just like, why do we get? Do they even like each other? Like,
No,
how do we?
no.
Why do we do
Also,
this?
I didn't really understand. Like, she was like, "Okay, we're gonna do this for him. We're gonna win the golden spatula." They won, and then she's like, "All right, guys, y'all be good. I'm leaving town." And I'm like, "Wait, what? What? Why are you leaving town? You did this for him.
Mhm.
You couldn't
What-
go and see him at the hospital. What's happening here? I'm
Can we
confused.
just can we
I
just
need
point
an
out,
adult."
like, did you even get that whatever signed certificate that you wanted, that
Right,
he was
her little
basically
credit.
blackmailing you to do? Like,
No,
I don't.
no,
Like, I
we
think
don't have time for that.
I think I would have been more interested in seeing a movie where she won the competition to go here versus this.
Oh.
Like, you understand what I mean? Like, I think that
Yeah,
would have been a lot more interesting.
and then she has to decide, does she want to leave for Europe, or the man that she beat in the competition, should she stay for him? Ooh.
Ooh.
This
Right? Like,
Christmas.
I'm just saying, like, we could have done so much more.
Yeah. Yeah. It was yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought the end was like a little bit left open. Like, does she stay in Italy or does she? No, she leaves. And then I was like, where was this food truck that she was talking about? She was talking about how she had a food truck. Was the food truck in Italy or was it back
I think it was back home. I
home?
think it was back home.
So, okay. So
Yeah.
that makes more sense because I was like, if she bought the food truck in Italy, then why would she leave?
Right.
But if she also bought the food truck at home, where has it been while she's been in Italy?
At her dad's garage.
These
Her
are
dad's just
such
doing all the things for
logical
her.
questions. I think I might need us to stop.
Yeah, you don't. These are not
Too
questions
logical
one
for this type
asks.
of movie.
Right. Right. We're thinking too hard. But all right, let's push forward to Menorah in the middle. Fran, can you tell us what that was about? See, yeah, I thought I was gonna say Rachel, but
Oh, I see. I
I
see.
yeah.
Just
The
switch it up.
the
I got
the
you.
the climate is hot right now, so
Ah.
we can't be acting like that.
The black is hot. Um, so Menorah in the Middle is a story about a young Jewish woman who is in Paris initially with her boyfriend turned fiance, who seems to be a little bit of a selfish asshole.
Can I
Let's
jump
go
in?
with
I
that.
want to jump in 1 second. I didn't appreciate that his name was Chad because every time they was saying Chad, I was like, "What's up?" Chad's such an asshole. Yes, what's up? What? Somebody called Chad?
So it runs across the board for all Chads then.
I mean, the term there is a such thing as a term called a Chad, and that's
Yeah.
all I'm going to say.
So that's a yes. Me and Rachel agree. It's fine. So, anyways, back to the synopsis. So he asks her to marry her. She says yes, and but goes, "Oh my God, you haven't met my parents yet." And so chaos ensues as they go to meet his. He goes to meet the parents, but never wants to stay in the house. Which I was like, "Ooh, that would have been a big no-no in my family." I don't know what you were thinking. Doesn't want to stay in the house, is barely doing anything. Now, on top of the relationship issue, you also have that her family bakery is failing and probably about to go under if they don't make X amount of money. I think it was like $40,000 in a payment because they owed a payment and all of that. Um, Now, the actual male lead of this is her childhood best friend who decided to come back to help the neighborhood. And they have
He,
been,
he, my man was failing at his job.
he was thoroughly failing at his job because every place was closed. Um, so, although he has come back to try to help the neighborhood and promote the neighborhood, and him thoroughly failing at that, he is loved by her family and loved by her low key, but high
Yes.
key, and not
Yes.
very
Not
subtle.
correct.
No.
Correct. Like
Not subtle at
I
all.
love how like the second like the fiance was what peeped him out. He's like, "My man, we don't need anything from you. We good.
Yeah,
We
you
good.
can go.
We
You can
are
go.
good.
Like, no, I see how you look at. Nah, we good.
I don't need none of
He
this in my life."
Chad was trying to shut that down.
I was.
Such a Chad. Um, so to basically wrap this up, the family goes on a whole spree to try to figure out a way to um, save the bakery. Chad tries to do some grimy stuff and sell the bakery out from underneath them to another bakery competitor, like a major chain. Think
Yeah.
like local coffee shop versus Starbucks,
Yeah.
right? So the Starbucks X bakery, he's trying to sell the bakery out from underneath them, and all the rest of the family, including the best friend, who is not really a friend.
Right.
Like because he's part of this too, even though Chad keeps going. Why are you here?
Right.
Why do you
Right.
keep
And
going
it's
up?
like the tone wasn't there, but like these are legit questions. Like, sir, this is a family matter. Sir, please, sir.
Mhm. Now, I would think the C plot to this would
Oh my
be
oh,
there
this shit.
are there are there's a two sisters, sisters that are famous chefs from the
Yeah.
neighborhood, and at the end of the movie, they end up coming back and like covering a majority of what else they needed left
Yeah, and
to make.
apparently they're siblings in real life. There's several Sarah Silverman and her real life sister.
Yeah.
So that was
So
interesting.
yeah. I was just like, oh, okay, we got a whole bunch of people sprinkling here. I like it.
Yeah, like Danny DeVito's daughter was the lead. I'm like, go on, girl, get your coin, girl.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
so I
finally,
think. Oh, sorry. Go
oh,
ahead.
I'm sorry. And I was just saying, like, finally at the end of the movie, we get just A1 number, song number
Yeah,
from everybody.
throughout this movie, there were like songs at the end of the beginning of each act, and I was like, I don't want this. I like music, but I'm like, what is happening here? Why is this
I
homeless man singing? He's walking up to you singing, and you're singing with him. Like, I'd be like, sir, I'm going to call the police.
Wait, but there was a whole scene in this movie where he's just singing to them and they're just like looking at each other going, what is going on? And I'm just like,
Yeah,
y'all are not gonna address this at all? You're just gonna let it rock? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I think when I initially saw him right at like the beginning of the movie, I said, so we are like Aladining this? Is that the point of that? Or
Yeah, that's the genie.
I was like, are we doing something else? I was confused.
Also, like
Um,
at the very end of the movie, they were like, "Oh, hey, Danny DeVito's daughter, her brother in the movie, he's gay." All right. Anyway, the movie's over now. I'm like, oh, okay.
yeah, yeah.
But what did you think of the movie, Rachel?
Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, as far as these types of movies go, it was good. I I don't think it was like a great movie by any means, but I thought some parts were fun. Like I really liked they actually got like the Hebrew pronunciation right. I liked that they had the Jewish geography with like all of the
Oh,
people calling each other to rally around the bakery. I thought that was hilarious. Like the all the connections all over the country and um they showed playing dreidel, which is like a typical Hanukkah thing and yeah, so I thought it was fun. It was I think it's probably one of the best Hanukkah movies I've seen, which there aren't that many out there,
what?
but
This is better than the one with Ben Savage from Boy Meets World, where he clearly knows that he is in some bullshit, and so like he is like like almost laughing in every scene he's in.
If I'm just doing this for the money, what's the
Nah,
point
he's like, nah, he don't even need the money. I'm doing this for the culture.
for the culture?
There was something I was going to ask, and it is blanking out of my mind right now. Oh, yeah. So like, they actually talked about like the prices of their baked goods, and they were like, oh yeah, we charge like 50 cents for a bagel. I guess we could charge 75 cents. And I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all charging this low of prices, but like after like 4 or 5 days, they earned like $20,000, and I'm like, what is happening here? It would have been better if they didn't say how much they charged, in my opinion.
yeah.
They had to low keys raise their prices, or this was a drug front. This was
I
money
mean,
laundering. They were
I
ready.
mean, to be honest, that bakery was never open.
Yeah, you never saw it open in the movie.
And like to the end, like when they were like, "Oh man, Sarah Silverman's here to save the day," but like when she first gets to the house, and it's like, I'm like, why is it closed? And then they bullshitting at breakfast, and I'm like, is somebody not gonna open the restaurant? What is happening right now?
Right. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kept laughing like y'all are sitting down to eat a lot. Like for someone who needs to make some money at a bakery, a bakery. Why are y'all sitting down like it's 8 a.m. and y'all like let's go for breakfast?
Like
Ain't this
these are
peak times?
right.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I this one was definitely better than the last one, I
Yeah,
will say.
Yeah.
they effectively used their budget.
Absolutely.
And like if you notice, they never showed them in the kitchen because they didn't have a kitchen. They didn't have a bakery kitchen. All right, it was
Mm-mm.
about a bakery, but you didn't see them in the kitchen. It was closed for a reason. All right.
They put like anytime they were actually like making something, like you saw them like kneading dough or anything like that, it looked like it was in the corner
Yep.
of a studio
Yep.
where it's like, here is a metal table, just
Yep.
look like you're kneading and busy, and we're gonna get this really close and narrow for this
Yes.
shot so you can't see anything else.
As one should. All right, Rachel, take us home.
All right, so we are left with Falling for Christmas, which is on Netflix with Lindsay Lohan, and so I'm supposed to say what it's about, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's all the same shit.
So it's a that's kind of true. So it's about this hotel heiress who her dad is trying to give her this job to give her something to do, and she kind of wants to go out on her own and doesn't really want to take it. She has this boyfriend who they go out to this mountain and he proposes to her, and basically she falls over. The ring is too big. He's trying to hold on. The ring slips off her finger and she falls down. They both fall down, but she hits her head on a tree and gets amnesia. And this guy who had tried to pitch her dad about investing in like a local kind of smaller ski lodge as opposed to his big ski resorts that he has, finds her, doesn't recognize her, and takes her in because she doesn't know who she is. You know, she's in the hospital. She can't remember her name, and he says, "You can stay with me." And then they try to jog her memory by having her do normal household things, which she's never done in her life before, so it doesn't help her memory at all. And she learns how to do these things, and she gets close with the guy who runs the ski lodge and
As
his
one does.
daughter. Yes, of course. And then eventually towards the end, her fiance finds her, and she has to make a choice about whether to go with her fiance or go with her gut and stay with the guy who runs the ski lodge.
So I just want to say this, like, there's a scene where Lindsay Lohan and her boyfriend are in the car, and she's singing and stuff, and he changes the station, and like that right there, I don't care. I don't care if you change this. If you touch this radio while I'm vibing, we can't be a thing. Like that's,
That was a major red
That's
flag.
so mean.
I don't.
yes.
Well, I mean, it wasn't the first, but still
Yeah,
major.
like that says so many things about your character.
Yeah.
But also that little girl, like she was like clearly engineered in a laboratory. Like she's missing the tooth to the side, always smiling and shit. I'm like, and like every scene she's smiling. She gotta say all her lines, but she gotta smile. Oh, daddy, I love you. Merry Christmas. I'm like, just turn the cuteness levels up to like 55.
Hmm. I mean, you have to put the cute kid in there. If we're doing the widowed single dad,
Well,
that kid
not even
has to
just that.
be
Nowadays
adorable.
it's gotta be racially ambiguous.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Um, yeah. So this was they had a budget. They had a
Yes,
budget.
they did. Yes, they did.
um, I will say that the cognitive dissonance or the lack of like realistic belief that I had to have at that mountain scene where I was like, y'all fell down an entire mountain and you just lightly hit your head against a tree.
Just a light tapping,
Just a light tap, like a little love tap. You hit
Yeah.
your head against a tree, had no broken bones.
Yeah, nothing else is wrong with
Nothing,
you. No
nothing else
bruises,
major
no cuts
wrong.
and scrapes. Nope. Yeah.
Enough that you were there for maybe 8 hours in the hospital. And then they were trying to kick you out because you were a spoiled brat.
Yeah.
And then the boyfriend slash fiance or whatever falls straight down into the mountain, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing, comes out still walking, talking, coherent. Just like, oh my God, my battery's about to die. That's the thing that he was more worried about. His phone battery is about to die.
He can't be trending downward, Fran.
Well, he was definitely going downward. Yeah. So yeah, I was really looking like, y'all, I get it. This is a movie, but we couldn't have put like an arm in a sling, just something.
No,
Something
that's not sexy. Okay, she needed all of her limbs for them to fall in love. Okay, he can't be falling in love with a one-armed woman. Just a woman that has a
Whoa.
serious medical condition.
Right, because that's not creepy at all.
No, none of these are creepy, okay? There's nothing creepy about your boss telling you that you're going to pretend to be his lover. There's nothing creepy about like some dude that you kissed that first off, you remember how many times you kissed this girl. But, this dude that you grew up with that, he just keeps fucking hanging around. There's nothing creepy about any of this stuff.
I mean, what's a little light stalking amongst friends?
That's what I wouldn't even call it stalking. Like, that's how you just push. Like, you know how, like, sometimes you have to, like, force close an application on your phone or your computer? You're just forcing a situation. You're forcing love. Because, like, how else? Like, okay, I'm sorry to get on my soapbox here, but as a man, let me tell you guys, you ladies, about love and what you guys want, okay?
Let me immediately mute myself. Yeah. It's not incel-y whatsoever. That's not it. But yeah, this was interesting.
Yes, this was a time. But what are you ladies' rankings of these three movies that we watched?
Are we doing best to worst or worst to best?
You tell me.
Let's do worst to best.
Okay.
All right. You want me to go first?
Yes, please.
All right. So worst would absolutely be My Christmas Fiancé.
Mm-hmm.
That it was straight trash, and not even like the good trash
Not fun
that
trash.
that I normally expect with these movies. This was just trash. Like whole dumpster fire. I get it. I give it 5 dumpster fires.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
a lot.
That's
Yeah.
that is smelly.
That is very, very. Just saying. The mid one for me was the Lindsay Lohan one. It had a budget. And I love that it had a budget. But I was just like, this is standard. Whatever.
Okay.
Yep. And peak, the best one was the Menorah in the middle. Because it did what needed to be done. And plus had a whole musical number at the end where they had everyone singing and not just the random man that we never even got introduced to.
I'm surprised you mentioned that last part as I don't even want to say a plus because like you text us when you were watching it and I was like, oh, okay. I didn't think you liked that part.
Okay, here's the thing. Anytime you have these movies where there's some type of singing in it, unless they have like an actual musical guest that is like there to sing something, it's always going to be kind of bad. And I expect it to be bad. Like I watched one where it's like a show choir and I was like, ooh, the keys.
Oh, no.
The keys.
You asked too much of your actors.
Woo, we didn't know how to blend at all. Got it. I'm not saying all that. I'm saying that this was what it was supposed to be, right? It was supposed to be a nice, funny, all right, we got to wrap this up and pad this movie out. So we are adding this song
Right.
and giving you a whole epilogue about what's about to happen, how the brother is gay and found love. The two best friends got together and they got a bun in the oven,
Oh, I
right?
forgot about that
Yeah.
dumb
Right.
shit.
I'm just saying, like it did what it needed. It did what needed to be done. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's the best. It
Okay.
it was on point. You were not expecting it to pad out that way and to lengthen its runtime in the way it did, but it did. That is my
Fair enough.
ratings.
Rachel?
I actually ranked them the same as Fran.
Thank
Okay,
you. Thank
I
you.
I'm very okay. So I'm very surprised here because I ranked them the order that we talked about them. Like I rank the Menorah in the middle lost points because of the singing for
That's
me,
fair.
and so that's
That
why I
doesn't
put
okay.
Lindsay Lohan in the number one slot,
That doesn't okay.
even though the movie was fucking terrible.
Okay, but
But
we can all agree which one was the worst.
yeah,
Yes.
like I I'm happy and also sad that that was the first one I watched because I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch the rest of these movies.
I was the
Yeah.
same. I watched that one first and I was like, oh, if the rest of these are
Yeah,
like this or any worse, this is gonna be bad.
this is not going to be fun. So which ones are you ladies looking forward to in the coming weeks?
Ooh.
Or do you remember any of them?
I don't remember them enough to talk about them.
I'm really so there's gonna be one on HBO Max in a couple weeks that I'm really looking forward to, where the woman she's a producer on a Christmas movie, but um a series of weird events happens to where she's like, oh wait, I'm in a Christmas movie. Not like she's transported into one, but like things are happening like it's a Christmas movie. And so I'm like, that's it sounds terrible, but I'm here for this terrible. I'm here for this content. There's gonna be one with what was it, a Kirk Franklin Christmas? What's that? What is that trash, friend?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. A Kirk Franklin trust. Oh man, it's gonna be trash. So I think for me, it's like three men and a baby. It's a parody of fucking three men and a baby. What's the three wise men and a baby? I am so excited to see that because it is going to be so bad. It's going to be so bad that it's good, and I cannot
Yes,
wait.
yes.
Because why are you
Um,
making three men and a baby? That was a that was not Christmas material movie, but okay.
Yeah, it's been a billion years since I've seen either one of those, three men and a baby or three men and a little lady. But we are
Oh,
way overdue for the fucking legacy sequel where she's an adult getting married. Like, what's happening here?
ah, you're right. You are right. We should definitely
Last
do that.
last I heard, they're rebooting it with Zac Efron. No, well, don't fuck that. Don't fuck on Zephron, okay? That's first of
Okay.
all.
Oh, look at Chad beating a Chad.
Hey, I stands for Zac Efron, so we're not gonna have any of that shit here, all right?
No, okay, no slander. No slander. I got it. Yeah, High School Musical, gang, gang, gang.
Never saw.
All,
I never
all
saw
in
any
this
of those
together.
fucking movies. It's just Zephron as a human.
Okay.
But so like my hope is that the woman in so the for anyone that isn't aware, so the plot of Three Men and a Baby is that these three roommates, for whatever reason, a baby shows up on the doorstep, and they're like, oh, which one of our girlfriends, our ex girlfriends, left this baby here? And so, like, obviously, this is the 2020s, so everybody's not going to be, it's not going to be three white dudes. So I'm guessing we're gonna have like a black guy and maybe a Latino dude, and this baby will be racially ambiguous, and it's gonna be a fun time for all.
Because you have to remember, all of them are open and dating to whoever, right? It's not like they only date right away. So we're like, this can't be my baby.
Right,
No.
right. So fun time for all. But
Okay.
that shitty movie sounds interesting. Any come to mind while we were bullshitting here, Rachel?
No, I'm blanking. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good. There's also one where like a woman. It's like is it like Golden Dragon Christmas or something like that?
Yeah, that one I think just came on like this
Oh,
past
it's out.
weekend. Yes, it came on this past weekend, and like I saw like only a few minutes of it because I was leaving. I was like, wait, what? What? I'm happy that they're being very inclusive and trying to
Yeah.
sprinkle more ethnicities
Mm-hmm.
than just black and white.
Everyone is invited to this shitty party. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
No one will come out clean. I do want to say that in regards to Menorah in the Middle, this is the third Hanukkah movie I've seen, and in every single one, there always is somebody that is not Jewish, so that they can explain. All right, so we pour the oil into the menorah here, and you see this toy here. You spin it, and that's a dreidel, because it's a toy, right? And it's a game. And I'm like, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you,
Mm-hmm.
but can you write these as if Jewish people are watching them?
Whoa, whoa! Now, slow your roll. You're doing way too much over there.
I'm sorry, I'm asking for so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would watch that. I think that would be fun to just not have it explained and just understood
Right.
what the traditions are.
Right. And yeah, I mean, I don't remember what it's called, but there is going to be a Hanukkah one closer to Hanukkah. I don't remember what it's called, but so maybe. But somebody's got like a fucking Christian boyfriend or something in it.
Yeah, something like that.
It's gonna be something, or better yet, an atheist.
Ooh.
That would be. I'm just saying.
Wait, we
I'm
no,
just
we
saying.
can't we can't explore that kind of stuff in these kind of movies, all right? Even in the
I,
ones where it's an LGBT plus situation, they still going to church, all right?
oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think the other movie that I thoroughly enjoyed is already out. It's called All Saints Christmas, but that's mainly because it has Legacy in it.
Oh, is that the one with Gladys Knight?
Is Gladys not in it? I don't think she is. But it's basically it's just this black very talented singer, and I was just like, I'm just waiting for you to break down whatever song you were going to sing. I don't care about anything else in the plot. I just want to hear you sing whatever song you were going to sing, which is the reason why you got this role.
I can't remember anything about it, but the whole plot is like her mother is like a big staple of the church, and she got away from all that. And so she's like, baby, you just need to come down to the church because
Mm-hmm.
everything's going to be all right. She goes down to the church on Christmas Sunday and she sings like her fucking life depends on it. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody up dancing and shit. And then she meets a young man from Bible school.
Of
And
course.
it's just, I mean, I'm getting ahead of ourselves right now.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm sorry, I just wrote this movie. Okay, I'm sorry.
That is exactly going to be a plot of a movie, most definitely, if it isn't one already.
It's probably the Lettucey one.
It's somewhat close. Like I said, I don't even remember like the whole plot of it. I was just like, yeah, no, I don't care. I just want to hear you guys sing. Whoever's singing is singing. That's all I care about.
All right. So we're gonna play a little game here. We're gonna play a Christmas movie Mad Libs. So, thank you for getting your pen and paper out, Rachel.
I got you.
All right.
Oh,
So
I am thoroughly unprepared. I'm just gonna wing this. I'm just letting you know, as an audience, I do not
you're
know what I'm doing.
you're not an audience. You're a player in this production.
Oh, so I actually have to participate. Oh,
You
sir,
are,
there you
are
go again, asking me all these things I have to do. Oh
Miss, are
man,
you not mic'd up right now?
yeah, he'll be all right.
And remember, I made some edits, but it all lines up. All right, so we played Mad Libs, and we have created our own Christmas movie, and I'm probably gonna cut out us actually putting it together because that was a lot of unnecessary time.
Yeah.
But Rachel, if you could please read the plot synopsis that we just wrote.
Yes. So the title of this lovely story is Foiled for Christmas. Our movie's beautiful leading lady, Holly, is portrayed by Brandy. She is an up-and-coming executive at a Manhattan company that sells Christmas microwave dinners.
No, you don't have to say Christmas. Oh, I'm sorry. I made some edits to it. I apologize. But yeah, her company sells microwave dinners.
Microwave dinners. Shortly before the holiday, there's a crisis involving customers in the rural town Cowtail. The company's boss chooses Holly instead of her workplace rival Ivy to solve the problem before Christmas Eve. She's elated to get this opportunity, but disappointed she must skip her vacation in Spain with her fiancé. He is a president at their company and has been engaged to Holly for 3 years. At first glance, he seems perfect for her. Holly tells a workplace confidant she has doubts about smoking him because he hates Christmas, her favorite holiday.
Smoking? What kind of sexy shit is that?
Hey, no kink shaming.
Duty bound, our heroine rushes to the small town, arriving during the annual Christmas parade, which features Santa and his trusty red-nosed goat, Rudolph. In her haste to get to the town, however, Holly forgot to pack extra gloves. What she's wearing is ruined when 2 parade spectators spill avocado on her as she bumps into a handsome man wearing the most festive socks she's ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Holly and a small-town hunk, portrayed by an unknown actor from Switzerland, have undeniable romantic chemistry. She can't stop gazing into his red eyes. Also, he loves Christmas.
He's a vampire.
Although tempted... What?
I said he's a vampire.
Red eye. Although tempted, she resists acting on her feelings because she's engaged. While disappointed, the hunk helps Holly solve the crisis, which is accomplished by feeding the parade Santa, who is also the mayor and is portrayed by Ray Romano. Together, they discover her fiancé has hatched a plot to seize control of the company. Heroine Holly phones him and discovers he has a vacation resort in far-off Ghana with office rival Ivy. Angered and hurt, she calls off the engagement. When he starts to argue, the resort's waitstaff accidentally drops 5 gallons of hot cocoa on the cad and his secret girlfriend.
So they have burns.
They do, I guess, if it's hot cocoa.
Just go put people in the hospital. It's cool. It's cool.
Now it's Christmas Eve, and at last our leading lady has new clothes. It's time for her to return to work in the big city, where she's getting a promotion. She will be the new vice president in charge of washing dishes. She bids farewell to her new small-town friend. Hey, you, she says.
That's a real sexist promotion.
Yeah, washing dishes. Hey, you, she says. This is harder than I expected. Then the small-town hunk asks her to stay and marry him. Perhaps they can start their own company selling microwavable desserts to the locals. As snow begins to fall and Christmas church bells ring, she says yes and baked him on the lips.
Once more, I'm not down. I don't know what all the things the kids are doing on the streets, but what is baking on the lips?
Good question.
I wouldn't know. I am a wholesome married woman.
I see. So yeah. Not going exploring the fucking what was that word?
Baking.
Y'all not exploring the baking dungeons on the weekend?
No. Sorry.
And
that is definitely not us.
Y'all sounding real vanilla over there.
Hey, everybody needs a little vanilla in their life. That's what she said.
Yeah, you nasty, Fran.
Shut up.
Anyway, so this was a lot of fun. The thing that I like most about these movies is like community aspect isn't the right phrase. but it's the first thing that came to mind. But like I like engaging about, conversating about these movies, and it's like you can't just keep this terribleness to yourself. You have to share this with others, and I appreciate you
Absolutely.
ladies doing this with me.
You're welcome. We are glad to be here.
Yes.
I appreciate you talking for Rachel.
But I agree,
Okay.
so it's okay.
But
See,
yeah,
me and
so
Rachel are on the same page. Look at Chad
okay.
just being a Chad. Still, man.
I take Dolores umbrage with those words. Don't weaponize my name, okay? But yeah, so we just want to thank you all for sticking this long to listen to us bullshit about terrible, terrible holiday movies.
Mhm.
And yeah, maybe we'll do this again real soon, or maybe we won't. Who knows? But yeah, but for real, thank you, ladies, so much for playing with me. Thank you for playing with me so much.
Glad to be here.
Yes.